Mom's speech might never come back.
Now it's going to tell me I'm wasting my life.
It is so great to meet both of you. As I listen to Book of Mormon about once a week, Josh, and my girlfriend.
So you love Kaya.
And my girlfriend is a massive Skins fan, so this is a very exciting nugget for the household. But I adored this movie as well. It felt very fresh and also gave me kind of like Coen Brothers vibes in all of the best ways. So it's big fan. I would love to start with a question for Josh, which is there's a moment early on that really got me, which is like Noah picks up a waterlogged box of stuff. Everything falls out. He's furious and is like, everything I own is wet. And it's like a Nerf gun. I'm curious if there's anything that was in that box that kind of helped you understand this character, or was kind of like indicative of who you were playing, in your eyes.
That's a great question. I'm sure this is true for Kai as well. A lot of times props and costume can inform who you are and help you actually understand even more than just the script. And that box was filled with so many esoteric comic books and video games that this was clearly a guy trapped in adolescence, but also in that place and time. And what's so fascinating about that is it's indicative of the fact that he really is trapped in childhood, which speaks to the title of the movie. Kaya and I, in many ways, go like this in the movie. Our paths sort of are two ships passing in the night. And I'm somebody who thinks they're an adult, but really by the end of the movie is nothing more than a child who needs a parent. And that was very informative. So I would say, yeah.
And kind of to what he just said, Kaya, the question I had literally written down for you was how do these two characters possibly come from the same parents? Because they are so different. Kaya's got a whole family going on, and
yeah, it's weird. I would have thought the same thing before having kids, but you do realize I've raised these two the same way. One's kind of cool, one's a bit less cool. So something they just are who they are when they're born, and that's beautiful and wonderful, and the reason why the world is full of such interesting people. But yeah, I kind of bought their sibling relationship quite straight away. Even though, yes, Josh's character is stuck in this kind of adolescence, but I think Meg as well is fighting for the veneer of being a grown-up. I don't think it actually comes naturally to her. I think this thing has happened, and there's a reason she's so uncomfortable in it. And there's a reason she's uncomfortable in a marriage and her status as a parent, and why she suddenly takes to this sudden adventure so well is that she's also trapped in missing out on figuring out who she is as a grown-up, even though she's sort of cosplaying as a grown-up.
She really is she embodies nurture and Noah embodies nature. It really is. And it really is true that I'm so different than my brothers. And I think that you see this again and again is it's actually rarer to have siblings that are the same than different.
Yeah, that's a good point. I also, Josh, based on your other projects, you strike me as a Bill and Ted fan. Kai, I'm not sure about you, but I would love to know.
Judgment.
From the IMDb.
It's just like a lot of weed.
I would love to know if either of you had preconceived notions about what working with Alex Winter might be like. I mean, I know that movie, I've seen his documentaries, but this was new for me as a viewer. And I'm wondering, how that experience stood up against what you may have expected.
It's so funny because you do have sort of a suspicion of what you're going to get with Alex that is so fundamentally different than what you're going to get with Alex.
Yeah.
Based on just not only growing up with him in Bill and Ted's, but also Lost Boys. There's just this dude kind of stoner essence that he taps into. And then you actually meet him and he's a brainiac. The guy is, he's one of the smartest, most articulate human beings I've ever met on every issue. And so he is much more of a grown-up than the characters he's known for. So it was a little strange, but also like really liberating, because I think Kaya and I both took a leap in this movie, because there's such just various tones that are required. And that's very scary. That can be like the kiss of death a lot of times. And he was so clear about how that was going to work. And the honesty of each moment in the movie, even though obviously you're always shooting out of sequence, he was really able to just articulate back to us in a way that made me feel really secure. Kaya, what were your preconceived notions?
No, same. I agree. I think I am usually always a little bit wary if a director is putting themselves in the movie. I'm kind of a bit like, oh, are you going to have time to direct it if you're kind of juggling these two things? Only because I kind of, respect that process so much, and it must be very difficult.
Is that why you refused to work with Bradley Cooper?
Like, how'd you do that? I don't understand. How do you do that? That's ridiculous.
It's kind of amazing.
But like Josh says, I think the thing about Alex is he's incredibly intelligent. He's very articulate. He's very passionate. He's very technical. He's very focused. And mine and Josh's energy can be a little bit more chaotic and a little bit more fuck aroundy. And I think we quickly kind of learned that there's moments we can play around, and then there's moments where we need to really kind of zone in. But having that anchor on set is so important. So it was an absolute relief to know that he really cared about it and was very passionate. And had a clear idea and sense of how to handle shooting. What 4 weeks we shot this in? Like, it's insane how quickly we did it on a shoestring budget. Everyone was there for passion. And I think if Alex didn't have that, it would have fallen apart.
The way that Josh started laughing when you called both of you chaotic made that ring very true, by the way. I think I am just about out of time, so I would love to take a sharp left turn quickly, if we don't mind. Josh, I saw a TIFF interview for you where you said you were about to fly to Australia to shoot Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, ? The thing I would love to know is, Rick Moranis is returning. We couldn't get him for Ghostbusters, but he's coming back for Spaceballs. How did you possibly do that?
Well, I am not going to comment on whether or not Rick Moranis is returning. But hypothetically, if he were to return, I would say it's because Rick would have felt like this was a project worthy of his return. So watch this space. But what I can say is it is surreal. It's surreal because I grew up with Spaceballs. And when the movie was prophesized in the first film, when Yogurt says, God willing, we'll all meet again in Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, I, like everyone else, was just anticipating that would happen sooner than 40 years later. But I am so grateful it took that long, because it's the greatest gift on earth to be able to not only be on the precipice of shooting this movie, but to be able to do it while Mel is still with us. So I'm thrilled. I'm beyond excited. And that's about all I can say for now.
Well, I'm so proud of you. Josh was putting this together while we were shooting, and every day there'd be an email, and it'd be up and down and round and round. And I'm so excited and proud of you, babe.
I love you.
So I need Australia. Gentleman stops filming next week. I'm free. Just saying.
There we go. Well,
you need more females in it. Let's not lie.
Actually, I may be calling you.
Yeah, that is my time. But thank you both so much. I adored this movie. Both of you are absolutely incredible in it. So congrats.
Thanks, Owen. Your questions were great. I like your questions.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.